coming into existence is the reality that since the 1500s, 9 European nations set out on a race to conquer and rebuild the Western world and to use black as the energy to build the Western world and to control them by terrorism. The U.S. actually it was the colonies went to war to fight the British for the freedom to have unrestrained slavery. Unrestrained slavery. That is why the 4th of July was happening. And the Civil War was happening because they wanted to keep slavery, not just keep slavery. The slaves were giving the owners extra political clout. So again, racism is playing a critical role, but I'm telling you that you're at war today. The war is upon us. Because when you get shot for going for your cell phone, when you get shot when you're called the police for help from your home, when you get shot when they asked you for your ID, when they get shot when you're just a kid playing in the park like we used to be, when you get shot, a baby 18-month-old baby boo in the crib with a percussion grenade to his face, what can you imagine what he did? On a no-knock warrant by racist Klan's judges and prosecutors, executed by those who get extra duty pay for their barbarian tactics. Remember, in war, there's not only a war, these are war crimes and human rights crimes. In war, the rules of engagement apply. You cannot fire on someone unless they have fired on you first, unless they have shot first. They're mere aiming at you. It is not recourse for you to fire. But in America, it is a terroristic act. And the police departments are bipolar and schizophrenic, and they have duty to a blue line, which is themselves, and not to the duty of upholding peace and enforcing tranquility. This is the state we are in. When they, on a no-knock warrant, shoot a woman 80 years old at the wrong address, they shoot her over 30-something times, and then set up an elaborate ruse to make her look like something she's not, then you are at a state of war. You're at a state of war, and you need to understand that we are at a state of war. When you cannot get justice in courts, when you have to fight, as in DeKalb County, a juror had to fight just to be able to weightily consider the matter. Fight in the judiciary room, in the peer room. You're at war. And your number one problem is you don't see the leaderboard. Every time someone does a massacre on us, they get rewarded. If they kill us, they get rewarded. When we riot, the police get rewarded. They get extra duty pay. They get extra time. It is a win-win scenario for those who kill us and the police who kill us and under the rules of protecting us. It is time for the people to have our own police force. Universities have their police force. Air forces have their police force. Airports have their police force. Hospitals have their own police force. Companies have their own police force. And the problem of your being profiling is because you're being profiled by someone else's police force. It's time for self-policing, and we can do this thing by forcing your politician to put on the ballot public initiatives, and then recognizing the citizen human regional authority for taxing the corporate residents in this area and an inheritance tax, which would pay for the operations of our authority, citizen authority and human authority. We must do it, and we must do it now. Now, the number one thing you must begin to reset our minds on is self-actualizing. We must self-actualize. You have to know your purpose in order to self-actualize. Discover your purpose, self-actualize, and help others to self-actualize. And as you help others to self-actualize, you'll see that we can no longer afford hegemony, which is taking our resources to the ones who are going to oppress us. We must stop this action immediately, and when we do, we will see immediately the benefits of it. There's two major things we need to talk about, but I've got to go and save a part of the world. I'm Free the Landman with solutions at hand, challenging you to get your spiritual consultation today. Guaranteed that it's going to waken you up to the reality. I'm Free the Landman. I'll see you in a moment.